Ladies and gentlemen, I have a couple questions to ask you all. Ladies, this one is primarily for you. I want you to write down your answers as we go through, and at the end, then comment. Not pause and comment as you go. Ladies, let me ask you something. If your man were to buy you, have a custom pendant, little locket pendant made, custom made, not another person out there can just have it made. He has to give explicit consent for it to be made. Now that's gonna make you feel really special, right? Okay, even if it was a couple $1,000 necklace that anybody can have made, it's still gonna make you feel really special and really valuable, right? Write down your answers, ladies. All right, now, you find out, oh, he's already had this necklace made, he's already bought this same thing and given it to one of his exes. Now you're gonna feel like that has a lot less value, right? Oh, he doesn't appreciate you as much, he doesn't value you as much. And let's face it, it's completely understandable for you to feel that way, right? I mean, every man out there that's worth his weight in salt understands that. Because it's saying that you are second rate, you're not as valuable to him. And if you disagree, write that down. Don't comment it yet. Just write down your answers. All right, ladies. Next. What do you think a guy feels like when he takes you somewhere? Why do you think a man takes a woman anywhere? If it's a vacation. For that first. Not so that he can enjoy it. He wants to enjoy it. He'll go do it by himself. He doesn't care. He doesn't need you. Let's face facts. I don't need you to go somewhere and have fun and explore. The whole reason I'd want to take you somewhere, the reason that any man would want to take any woman anywhere in the world, England, Italy, France, Los Angeles, Miami, Orlando, Nashville, New York, anywhere, Egypt. The only reason he'd want to take you there is because it's your first. Not because you've already been there and you enjoy it. Once you run out of places to go, then you'd recycle through places like that. But he's going to look for those places you haven't been yet. Andrew Tate, you and your brother and all your homies, you disagree with this? Comment. I want y'all to do a little video review on this. Tell me if I'm wrong. The reason that you all will ask all these little models and stuff, these Instagram hoes, these OnlyFans strippers and stuff, the only reason you ask them and you say, hey, have you ever been here? Have you been to Miami? Have you been to Orlando? Have you been to Cairo? The only reason you'll ask them, hey, have you been there? Is because you're getting ready to see, am I going to get that wow? Am I going to be her first going somewhere? That's the only reason a guy will want to take you somewhere. Now, if you've already been there, especially if it wasn't with him, if you went by yourself, well, that's just saying that you're self-absorbed to him, that you don't care about your future with him. If you went with another man the whole time, what's going to be running through the back of his mind? Am I doing as good? Am I wowing her the same way that he did? Oh, well, don't worry, baby. He was just a friend. Guys don't care whether he was just a friend. Let's face facts. Let's face facts. When you have that sparkle, that twinkle in your eye, because it's your first time ever being somewhere, it's your first time getting to go see Big Ben and hear him chime. It's your first time getting to go up inside the Eiffel Tower. That sparkle, that twinkle, that shows that you appreciate, you value, you are genuinely having fun. We don't expect you ladies to be virgins. Heck, if I were to meet an actual virgin and she's not some little child, I'd be half convinced that I fell through a time hole and went back in time, because they don't exist. This modern era hookup culture BS, there are no real traditional women. None. I have yet to meet one. I have yet to truly see one. Okay, well, if y'all are busy going on these vacations and you're going, well, how is that selfish? I'm just having a little fun. How is that me not thinking about him? I don't even have him yet. Okay, that's kind of the point. So you don't have the one. Well, why are you growing by yourself? When I went to England last year, my taxi cab driver, whatever it was, he asked me where I was going, and I told him, and I had got in, I told him where I was going, and he goes, oh, have you had time yet to really explore, or is this your first time, getting to be here in London, England? And I said, well, it's my first time, and I don't really explore places yet, I'm single. He goes, well, we're going to be passing right by Big Ben. And I said, well, if you don't mind, I don't care how much extra it costs. Can we take the long way around? He looked back over his shoulder at me and goes, what do you mean, take the long way around? Why on earth would you want to take the long way around? I explained to him, well, sir, the reason that I don't want to take the long way around is because I don't have my someone. And when I find her, I want to grow together. Not already grow by myself and now she has to play catch up. And I don't want her to go out there and her grow by herself and the whole time I'm playing catch up. It's called growing together. When you get into a relationship, you should desire to grow as one. Not, oh, I have to play catch up left and right on all these experiences, all of these places, everywhere that she's already gone. Because the whole time she's been sitting here thinking about herself and what she wants, me, this now self-centered generation BS. I'd rather show who I'm going to be in a relationship with, my someone, that, hey, I set aside my self-centered desires because I truly want to value growing together with her. You hear it in this day and age how, oh, well, we got divorced because we got bored. Why'd you get bored? Did you have nowhere to go? No place new to travel to? How do you think a guy feels appreciated and valued? We don't have very many ways that we can feel appreciated and valued as a male. The male species doesn't get to feel appreciated and valued in any way, shape, fashion, or form. We get dumped on for every last thing we do and say, whether we're trying to do good or not. You ladies out there go, oh, well, I'm in my early to mid 20s. I'm out here doing all this traveling. I've got a little bit of money. I've got a little bit of social status. So I'm going to go travel wherever, whatever. You're not thinking about the future. You're thinking about your now, which is selfish. You wonder why, okay, you get to your mid to late 20s, why guys are looking at you going, okay, why are you still single? Especially if you're good looking, why are you still single? Is it because you were selfish and you took that plane trip to LA to go hang out with Fresh and Fit and party and hang out with them and tour LA with them? Is it because you went to Orlando to hang out with some other dude and tour around and have fun with him? Is it because you went to Italy, England, wherever, because some other dude wanted to take you and you were just going either with him, for him, or just for yourself, which is selfishness, right? It's fine to go to places that are the nostalgic areas. Go to a park. Go camping. Now, okay, you go to places like that, that's those little nostalgic areas that you'll reminisce on, that aren't going to have any major takeaways from him trying to do something to be sweet, romantic, surprise you, hey, we're going on a vacation, let's go here. Oh, okay, well, if you have the money now to go on these vacations, why can't you set that aside? Why can't you put money back? You expect him to. You expect him to put all his money back for you, right? To go blow it on you. But you're not going to prepare and think about your future of you all growing together? Oh, well, I'll make more money. Well, why should he care about saving his money for you when you're not going to care about you all growing together? Shouldn't you think about your future and not just the now, me? You got to think more than just tomorrow, next week. You got to think, okay, if you want one day to have a family, have kids, have a husband, a man who's going to put you first and foremost above everything and everyone else, other than possibly the children that you two will have together. If you want him to genuinely look at you and value you like that, you have to set aside now the self-centered BS and start thinking about your future. You're someone to be. You've got this whole women's empowerment, me BS. All I care about is myself that goes on in this world today. And nobody truly wants to think about 10 years down the road. Where are you going to be? How are you going to get there? 15 years down the road. 20 years down the road. 30 years down the road. Are you going to be sitting there going, oh, well, we're bored. We're getting a divorce because, oh, we don't know where to go now because I've already gone everywhere. And he doesn't really want to go because there's nowhere new he can take me. There's all the places that he would want to go, I've already been. Well, lovely. Now you've stolen that away from him. So think about that the next time that a guy goes to give you a locket, or a pendant, and he's already given it to every single ex-girlfriend he's had. Think about that every time you get on a plane to go any vacation, anywhere, travel, explore, any of that stuff. Think about that every single time you go to set foot on that plane. Think about it. You are stealing his appreciation away from him. No matter how you want to cut that cake, it's still a cake. Closest thing to exploring that I've done when I went to England, I went to a park. A park where literally everybody was saying to me, oh, well, if you're a tourist, you might not want to stay out after dark. It gets dangerous down here. Only thing I could tell them is, does it get British dangerous or does it get American dangerous? They'd stop and look at me and go, oh yeah, you'll be fine. You're American. They'll run from you. I'm in Nashville right now. What's my quote unquote experience? I've been here since 8-9 o'clock. Okay, what's my quote unquote explore that I've done? I went to a park. I'm not going to actually go see any of the touristic spots while I'm down here. Don't want to. Why would I want to? I mean, yeah, I live all the way up in LaGrange, Kentucky. That's several hours away. Okay, well, why would I want to go to the touristic spots down here? Why would I want to go try and find all these extremely nice and adventurous spots to go to when I don't have my someone? A traditional, conservative, Christian valued man will always try to strive for tomorrow. And better, one, he will look at it as, today, I need to better myself than I was yesterday. So learn something new. 2, strive to better myself tomorrow than I am today. Meaning that you have to be thinking about the future. What's coming up, not just literal tomorrow, down the road, years down the road. Me, I want a wife. I want 5 kids. I'll get into that in another video about why I'm most likely not going to have it. Partly because I am a traditional male. And in this modern day, modern feminine, non-traditional world that we live in, especially here in the West, you don't find that. Nobody wants that. So yeah, I'm well aware I'm most likely going to die alone. But the fact of the matter is, foreigners overseas, when I told that taxi driver the reason why I didn't want to see any of the touristic spots is because I'm thinking about my future and growing with my someone when I find her, he was in such awe when he dropped me off at the hotel where I was going to be at. He asked me what time I was planning on leaving the next day. He wanted to come and give me a lift because he appreciated my values so much. Now, I told him, you don't have to go out of your way for me. He was like, no, I appreciate these values, and I want to show you that I appreciate these values. You don't see that in very many younger people these days, especially anybody coming from the West. He has never even heard of anybody in America having legitimate traditional values anymore. And it's sad that other countries look at us as if though we're a joke, that nobody in America knows what it means to be traditional. Nobody. And that's how every other country out there pretty much sees us, as a joke. I mean, the entire time I was over there, every conversation that I'd have with somebody was literally trying to make a mockery of America, it seemed like. But the next day, he showed up. And I had gone downstairs to just check and see if he was down there, and he was. So I got my luggage and stuff and got into the car, and come to find out, towards the end of the drive, when I asked him about how much it was, he said, don't worry about it. Today's my off day. I'm doing this out of my pocket because I want to show you that, hey, somebody out here in this world appreciates your traditional values. Don't let go of that. Hold on to that. Push. Because one day when you do find her, she will genuinely appreciate that. Ladies, you all mostly value materialistic things. You value the pendant necklaces and stuff, the bracelets. Real men don't generally value that as much. What we value is that look on your face, that twinkle in your eye of, hey, we're the first ones that get to do this with her. We're the first ones that get to take her somewhere. If you've already been everywhere, you're stealing that away from your future man, in which case you might as well say, fuck it, point blank. You're non-traditional. You don't want to be traditional because your only concern is yourself. That's the brutal and honest truth as to what men value, what a traditional man looks for. He wants to feel valued and appreciated. And by going on vacations, whether by yourself or, oh, he's just a friend, or, oh, my job made me do. Your job didn't hold a gun to your family's head and say, if you don't go, we're going to shoot them. They didn't do that. So they didn't make you do anything. Now, if you explain to them, hey, I don't have my somebody to take with me, send so-and-so. She's got her boyfriend, she's married, whatever, send her. Well, that might cut you out of getting a promotion, but at the same time, they're going to realize what you value, what your values in your core heart worth really is. And that will also be showing the entire, not just the company, when you're doing that kind of stuff, especially if you have any social media power, whatever, at all, any influence, you're going to be showing the entire world what it means to have traditional core values. I'm merely giving you all the answers to a test, ladies. You want to throw away having a traditional man? Don't sit there and say, well, why can't I get a good Christian, traditional, conservative man? Somebody who puts me first. Don't ask that if you can't follow through on what little bit of sacrifice of selfishness you want now for your future. Because men sacrifice all the time. You just don't see it.